Imagine yourself being in a beautiful resort. Where is that one place where it's located? It's located at the Rainbow. Hello everybody, this is RRPG here, and welcome back to another episode of RRPG Let's Play Live Commentary, where we're going to get on with the last episode of RRPG Let's Play that covers Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance. In today's episode, we go through level 7, which is Rainbow Resort, and then we are going to go and fight against the final boss after that, which name is Nightmare. So, why don't we not waste time here, and let's get on with this episode that's already in progress, shall we? And as you can tell, we're at the last world, which I said is called Rainbow Resort, and this is pretty much the background that they used for Super Smash Bros. Melee, Rainbow Resort, when they had that one section that looked that looks like it was a sanctuary for the Dream Rod or whatever. Yeah, that's what they used that for. And I'm kind of sad to see that I have to stop Kirby at some point. But hey, at least I had a blast. But don't worry, I will be doing Kirby's Dream Land 2 and Kirby Superstar at some point. But when? I have no clue. I had a lot of fun doing Nightmare in Dreamland. I may have to do, you know, a Let's Play on Kirby's Adventure on the NES, even though it's technically the same game. And it's a little bit harder, too. But I may have to, you know, just go the old-fashioned way and maybe do an original versus remake on both those games sometime, because they're both really good, and I like to put them up to the challenge to see which is the better game, the remake or the original. Because, like I said, this is one of the few games out there I feel where the remake is actually very faithful to the original in every respect. Along with Mega Man Maverick Hunter X and Resident Evil on the GameCube. Okay, so we can't even get up there, and we are gonna have to go this way. And looks like a rock was trying to crush us. And, oh gosh, I still love that sword power-up. You know, now that I think about it, I wonder if it would be really easy to do a Let's Play of Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo, because I know you play 8 games in one, but, you know, I'm not really that familiar with all the games just yet. But I will be at some point, and I'm getting my butt kicked for some odd reason. I'm trying to... Oh, God! Dang you! You know what? I could care... Let's try one more time. Thank you. Okay. Okay, very nice. Now we can get out of this stage, and let's try to get a 1-up. Nope. Close, but no cigar. At least we'll take the 5,000 points. Okay, so stage 1 of the Rainbow Resort is done. Now it's on to stage 2. Looks like this is a tower climbing level. And by the looks of this tower, I think it's a, Okay. What I was trying to say is, by the look of that tower, I think it's a gauntlet of mid-bosses that we have seen throughout the entire game that we're going to be fighting off against. Because here we have the Bomberman, or the Bomber Dude, or whatever, from Kirby's Dream Land. And he also appeared in the original Kirby's Adventure as well. And he's a pretty simple boss. All you have to do is just suck the bombs in and just blow the stars back at him, and then he is down for the count. We'll become Crash Kirby. We'll basically destroy everything in sight, which is coming up right here. Use it right here. Everything's gonna go kamikaze, or Giga Crush in terms of Mega Man X logic. And here we're fighting against the grandfather clock, or the father clock, or whatever. And we're gonna use the mic. Hello, Mike. Or Mikey. Let's go ahead and use the microphone. And I think that's actually Kirby's voice. You know, the current voice actor who's doing the voice of Kirby in this game. Would make sense. Okay, so we have Freeze Kirby again. And we have this Hammer Dude. And we are going to freeze him. Freeze him big time. But make sure you just watch out for the hammers and the projectiles he shoots at you. And you can use the projectiles that he chucks at you as projectiles of your own. Alright, so let's go ahead and use the hammer for right now. Oh, we got Ellie the Elephant. I hate this boss with the passion of 1,000 suns. But, since we had the Hammer of Doom, we have done justice to it. Okay, oh, now this one I can't stand more than the elephant. Oh, God, give me that power-up. You suck. Okay, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and play it by your rules, okay? Piece of crap. Don't worry, it's not that difficult. It's just I wish I had the power-up on me still, the hammer power-up, because that does a lot of damage. Oh, God. Okay. Why did they bring bosses like you back in Kirby in the Amazing Mirror, huh? I don't know, but it just really kind of perturbs me. You know, I wonder if there's somebody out there that actually can, or, you know, some other character that can suck up things and use them as power-ups aside from Kirby. Even if there is, I'm not that fully certain at this point. Okay, we gotta watch out for Lion-O here. Lion-O. I heard that the new Thundercats cartoon on Cartoon Network actually was the best retro revival show, from what I've heard about. I mean, there was Thundercats, and then there was the new Voltron show, and then I think there was something else aside from that. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if it's Transformers or something else. And I know the Ninja Turtles are supposed to be premiering their new cartoon after the Kids' Choice Awards on Nickelodeon sometime in the near future. Shouldn't be that too long. Okay. But I don't know why they had to make a Kirby cartoon in the first place. I mean, I know Masahiro Sakurai had a hand in making the cartoon, but I just don't know why it had to be made in the first place. Oh well. But it's just I wasn't really a big fan of 4 kids picking up that cartoon. It could have been, you know, it could have been somebody else. Well, I guess they would have had to choose 4 kids because, hey, Nintendo World headquarters is actually located in New York, right? Yeah, so that kind of would make sense. Although, it would have been nice to see some more famous and more well-established voice actors do the job. But, you know, keep the Japanese voice actor for Kirby intact. And probably keep Masahiro Sakurai in for King Dedede. Which I think that was the case. Masahiro Sakurai was the original voice for King Dedede in the games before he left HAL Laboratories and formed Project Sora or Sora Ltd. Why do those enemies exist with those flies with those mean faces? Gosh, they really bug the crap out of me. And notice I said bug. Oh, that was a bad pun. Okay, let's go through here. And I really like this. Oh! Okay, we'll just take this instead. But yeah, I'm really liking the look of this level. Kind of makes you feel like you're on the moon. But of course, the planet where Kirby is, you know, is called Planet Popstar, so of course there would be some space-themed elements. And let's go up there. Get the extra life. Do-do-do-do-do. Ouch. Yeah, things are just only going to get a little bit harder from here on out. I think we can, split squares or... Ah! No! No! The extra life went away! And I'm trying to kind of stay quiet here, folks, because it's like 11 o'clock and my folks are asleep at this point. No, I'm over at my grandma's for the weekend, so... decided to spend some time with her, which was pretty cool. And there's the ball power-up, which was pretty much a precursor for Kirby Canvas Curse, I think. Which I gotta try that game sometime. Kirby's Canvas Curse. It just looks really fun from what I'm seeing. I mean, I really liked. I really do like Mass Attack, but you know, in terms of an early game that utilizes the stylus really well, it just makes me curious how how exactly really well that game is. I heard it got some really good reviews, and since HAL Laboratories was the main developer that worked on the game, it would be a no-brainer that it would become a really good game. And you know, it kind of makes me wonder, since I'm getting done with this Let's Play, I kind of wonder to myself, what's in future for Kirby after Returns to Dreamland? Are we going to... I don't know. Are we going to see a 3DS Kirby game, but in the 2D feeling? It'd be awesome if they actually did do that, where they did a 3DS Kirby game! Okay, I sacrificed myself for the live, so that was really unnecessary. But yeah, I wonder how a 3DS Kirby game would play out in the future. Whether or not if they go back to the retro style of graphics or not. They probably would, but, you know, it'd be interesting to know how it would play out. Okay. And there's... Actually, I think we were supposed to go on the right side. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to go. Oh, and I slid into the enemy. You won't get hurt if you slide into enemies, by the way, so... That's another, attack mechanism for Kirby, is that he can slide into enemies with his feet. We're at the number 2 spot again, with another 5,000 points obtained. Okay, stage 5 and level 7. Oh boy, we have a bunch of nukes here. This is not going to be good. But we did gain a crash power-up, so we can use that on these enemies. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and take you... Nope. Oh! I took a hit like a man, so... Don't mind me, folks. Okay, we got Wheelie here. Which I remember the name, by the way, since we do fight the Wheelie, or the Mega Wheelie, or, you know, just the plain Wheelie, in the Quick Draw bonus game. Come on, give me some of your children so I can swallow them up and chuck them back at you! You suck! You suck! Dude, come on! Oh, I hate you. I really hate you. I hate you! Okay, we'll try it again. Stay where you are, creep. Give me your children, so I can make them hurt you for what you did to me. There. Now we're making some progress. 2 more, and you'll be done. Give them to me. Give that one to me, and bye-bye, Wheelie. I'll just take your power up, thank you. Okay, this one is kind of tricky because you have those vents either going up or down, and you want to try your best to either stay up or down, depending on the circumstance of what is all going on. Oh, crap. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just a gamer who's doing his job, trying to get us through this entire game, delivering you some entertainment. Yeah, and it really seemed like it was, I did an episode of the 4DS podcast this week, or yesterday, and it was a pretty good episode. Too bad we didn't get 16-bit Jeff in, but hopefully we can get him on Monday for the speculations of Resident Evil, you know, of the brand new Resident Evil 6 trailer that was shown, which we should. See, I'm trying to get over there, but I don't think, you know, unless if I can get at that spot and then just make a run for it. But it's like they don't hardly give you enough time to, you know, hit the flint or whatever with the power-up. And it's like they don't give you enough time to try to get back into the cannon. It's really tricky. Okay, I'll try a few more times, and if I can't reach there, then it won't be worth it. Okay, run like hell. Kirby, why are you not running like hell? Now run! Oh, you cannot be serious. Dude! Ugh, too late. Come on, get it. Oh, come on. Come on. At least one more time, and if I don't get it, then it's not worth it. Like I said, it's really tricky. It's one of the few points in the game where, you know, a gimmick actually becomes really tricky. Wasn't that tricky in, you know, in previous Kirby games. Unless if they, you know, unless if they want you to try to, well... Oh, dang it. Actually, I wanted to get that because that will actually give us that burner move. Okay, here we go. Or that burning Kirby. Ugh, you made me lose the power-up again, you jerk. Okay. Ah! You know what? Screw it. As I said, screw it. It's not worth it. There probably is an extra life beyond that cannon, but I'm not going to even bother anymore. Besides, we're getting closer to the end of the game, and we already have 29 of those things. Okay, one more level, and then we shall face against King Dedede. And does this place look familiar to you in terms of the graphic style? Yep, it's Green Greens from Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy. Yep, this is an actual level that we have to get through in order to complete it. Well, specifically not Green Greens, but it's more of a gauntlet or a collaboration of probably the best levels or best level design from Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy. But they don't have any bosses whatsoever, so we pretty much go through Green Greens and then we go through the castle and then we go into space and that kind of stuff, and I think that's it. Oh, Waddle Dee killed me. Okay, let's go ahead and try it again. Yeah, but it's really nice to hear that nostalgic sound of Kirby's Dream Land make a comeback, even for a remake. Well, specifically Green Greens. It's probably my most favorite theme in the entire Kirby game, or in the entire Kirby franchise. That and Gourmet Race. But some of the music in Mass Attack is actually pretty outstanding too. Kind of makes me want to go back and play more. What do you call it? Kind of makes me want to go back and play more Kirby's Return to Dreamland on the Wii. That's another one of those Kirby games that I still have to beat. Like, for some odd reason, I haven't even gone back to playing Epic Yarn a whole lot. I mean, I think I just completed the first world, but then all of a sudden I just stopped. I don't know why. You know, I think it's one of the points, too, where people tend to, you know, whenever they play games, they kind of stop from where they're at because they don't want to go through it any further. I know some people are like that, too, with certain animes because there are most animes that I know usually end with either 13 or 26 episodes, and some people will just say, you know what, I don't want to watch. Yeah, I really don't want to watch any more episodes because that would just ruin the experience of just, like, seeing the whole thing through. And I know there are some people that wish to say, you know, some shows ought to deserve, you know, like a second or third season or whatever. And, you know, I can tend to agree with that, but, you know, there are some things that have to come to an end, right? And there are some games that have to come to a certain finish. Not everything lasts forever, unless if they are... You know, unless if they're retro classics that can still be playable to some extent, then yeah, they deserve to be in the spotlight forever. Alright, gamers, here we are with King Dedede, and he pretty much can suck us up and try to spit us out and hurt us, and he has a big, huge, whopping hammer to attack us with. And Gourmet Race is playing in the background. But, yeah, for the most part, he pretty much kind of has the same type of attacks as Kirby, but he can't even suck up enemies' powers to, you know, use them as power-ups, because he already has the hammer on him. So, yeah. May want to, watch out there! But don't worry, King Dedede is not all that hard. If you know, what is happening. And yeah, we're at the Dream Fountain, which is this battle is taking place. So it's been quite a while since we fought against King Dedede. It's like, you know, isn't Kirby's Dream Land supposedly, you know, the only game where King Dedede was the final boss? I can't remember if that's, you know, if that's the case or not, but, you know, it seems that most bosses in the Kirby franchise are actually, you know, very ominous, like, you know, Dark Matter or Nightmare, those kinds of people, or those kinds of foes. Seems like they're really big, ominous beings that like to cause a lot of destruction. But King Dedede, on the other hand, no, he's not like that. He's more the anti-hero. He'll help Kirby from time to time. Like, Kirby's Return to Dreamland, anybody? Ouch. And we only have half of his energy depleted. And now we have, like, I think 25% of his health left to deplete. And then this boss will be down for the count. And don't die on me, Kirby. Whatever you do, don't die on me, buddy. Yes, you bounce, big penguin creature. Take star here. Come on. Hit a star somewhere. And you got his, King Dedede has some pretty good detail for him. For, you know, a retro-style character. You know, for a remake, that is. Looks a lot better than King, you know, his 8-bit counterpart in Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Adventure, which were technically the same sprite, but, you know, with the Kirby's Adventure, he has more detail. I mean, more color. Alright, level 8, the Fountain of Dreams. This is actually not a level. And you shall see why. And King Dedede is telling Kirby to stop. But Kirby insists that he's not going to stop whatsoever. But... uh-oh. Looks like there's trouble brewing. And something was inside the Fountain of Dreams after all. And now King Dedede is going to have Kirby fight against the final boss in the game. Well, the first form. And this, my friends, is the first form of the final boss, known as Nightmare. So as you can tell, it's kind of like a shoot-'em-up type stage, where we have to use the Star Rod, or the Dream Rod, or whatever. I'm thinking it's Star Rod, where we have to use the Star Rod to hurl the stars back at Nightmare here. And after we defeat it there, then we will defeat its first form. I think I'm about to die here. Yep. This boss is actually kind of hard, because he will move around, and he will shoot a bunch of projectiles really fast at you, so make sure you keep your distance, and watch out for the stars that he'll hurl at you. Now, also, you want to be careful when you're fighting against this boss, because there's basically a time limit on how long you need to take in order to fight against it, because if you take too long to try to defeat Nightmare's first form, you will actually see that the ground will start to lower itself, and you won't be able to find Nightmare anywhere, and basically you will pretty much get defeated at that part of the stage. So, thought I'd let you guys know, because, you know, there is that potential where you could actually, you know, die very fast if you don't try to hurry up and take care of Nightmare like this. Okay, come on. Okay, we got his first form down. Now we need to ride the Warp Star over to the moon, where Nightmare is retreating to. And we will have ourselves a final showdown for sure. But I think we are going to get our butt kicked in the first try, because we only have 1 bar of health left. And yes, folks, coming up from these stars, or fake ones, rather, this is the true form of Nightmare, and oh my gosh, does he have a big chin. I thought he was supposed to look like an ancient wizard, but he just looks more like just this regular person with this big double, you know, big double chin. Yeah, as you can tell, his face kind of looks like that of a human, because of the double chin or whatever. But for the most part, he's really not that bad. I mean, sure, he may seem a little bit tough, but when his cape's open, or when you see the inside of his cape appear, that is the weakness where you want to use the Star Rod to hit the stars at, and then you should be fine. And we already have over half of his health depleted. Oh, gosh, but he's already kicking our butts. Don't worry. Just keep your distance. Open up that dress of yours. And as you can tell, the Star Rod does a lot of damage on Nightmare, so at least you're good to take it down for the count, right? Gotcha! Very good. So yes, Nightmare has finally been defeated. quite an interesting boss. You know, interesting for a final boss. And very cutesy. Although it doesn't look that menacing as Bowser or Ganondorf. But, yeah, still a good boss. Or a final boss, regardless. And they already tore a chunk of the moon, and now it looks like a crescent moon. Alright, we get the ending text here. Our hero Kirby has fought bravely with the Star Rod, but King Dedede didn't mean any harm. He certainly wasn't trying to harm the Fountain of Dreams. It all began when the nightmares appeared in the fountain. The nightmares rode the currents of the Fountain of Dreams, wreaking havoc and tormenting the residents of Dreamland. When King Dedede hid the Star Rod, the power source of the Fountain of Dreams, he was actually hiding it safely away from the nightmares. Borrowing King Dedede's power, Kirby managed to defeat the nightmares. Now that the Star Rod is returned to the fountain, everyone's dreams will return. So fluff up your pillow and get ready for a good night's sleep. I know I will. But yes, we throw the Star Rod, and it's going to go back into the Fountain of Dreams, and everybody can sleep happily. And with the Star Rod returned to the fountain, I'd say we have completed another grand adventure for our little pink fluff monster. Or little pink fluff ball, rather. Not a monster. Kirby's not a monster. What am I talking about? So yes, as you can tell, that is the end of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, which is the remake to Kirby's Adventure on the NES. So, my overall thoughts on this game. Well, for a Game Boy Advance game, well, I mean, for, you know, a side-scrolling game, it's really well thought out and very, very solid for a platformer. Platforming side-scroller or whatever, but yes, it's a really solid platformer. But I would say that it's probably a little bit easier than the original game, because it takes short time to defeat the bosses, that's for sure. And I remember the Sun and the Moon actually being really, really hard to beat when you played the original NES version. Yeah, because there was a bit of a learning curve, but it seems like that they managed to put in some more damage for that foe. But for the most part, this remake was very faithful. And I would like to do an original versus remake between this game and the original sometime. But who knows when that's going to be. So, will I do another Kirby game in the future? Probably will. And I'll probably be doing Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, I wonder what else. Probably Returns to Dreamland for sure. And I will definitely be doing Kirby and the Amazing Mirror at some point, but I don't know when. But yes, some more Kirby action or some more Kirby goodness will come along from me at some point in the future. So anyway, gamers, I think that is going to wrap up with this Let's Play of Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. So anyway, gamers, be sure to tune in next week as we do get started with Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, either on the Super Nintendo or the Game Boy Advance, but that is determined by me. But probably the Super Nintendo because we just did a remake here, so might as well go to the original at some point. Or, you know, original game coming up next. Alright, gamers, if you like what you saw, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the links in the description, or if you haven't already. And if you like what you saw, then be sure to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave comments below to let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Also, to be sure to check out my Facebook fan page if you haven't, as a link is up on my YouTube channel. Anyway, gamers, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you in the next Retro Live Commentary Let's Play next weekend. This is Double RPG signing off. Later, gamers!